I thought this might happen.
Bullshit. Let's take a cue from Ichigo's How to Be a Shonen Pro Tag playbook and pop into this video so fast that we erase the text inside everyone's speech bubble. The anime finally gives us a taste of all that psychological shit that we got hooked on from the manga when Ichigo finally has a tiny bit of a freak out from recognizing the ghost girl who honeypotted him into having a dead mom. It's pretty neat and pretty weird, but not too— no fucking damn. I don't know about you, but that's the worst goddamn thing I've ever seen, and my nightmares better step their game up, because the typical emotional stab fest that is the memories of all the dumb shit I said in high school was starting to seem a little quaint. So anyway, his name's Grand Fisher, and he's a psychopath who loves eating the souls of women, and seriously guy, can you stop waving it around? It's just distracting. But hey, on the plus side, Ichigo didn't kill his mom after all, so there's that. Maybe things are finally turning around for our boy. Yeah, or not. Now this episode is all about Ichigo's pride, so it's sort of embarrassing when his sister has to get saved by the filler. Rukia does a spell that actually works this time, at least until she gets casually tossed against a wall, and we all know how that's basically a death sentence for an anime character, so she'll be out of commission for a little bit. Bleach makes a bold case about filler and does what every anime should and stabs it 1,000 times until it dies. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, Kon is being a sweet boy and taking care of Ichigo's secret identity like any good sidekick would. Just seeing him sitting around like that, being there for Ichigo's family on this fucked up day, is a nice reminder that he deserves at least 100 times better than he gets. But I guess that's just the fair cost of not being as flawless and badass as Ichigo. Speaking of which, how is everyone's favorite angsty pseudo-Shinigami? God fucking Christ, Ichigo, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes. Well, while our hero bleeds out, I'll take the opportunity to talk about how important this scene is for setting the tempo of the rest of the show. The first thing it does is preset the precedent of having our protagonist learn from the asshole he's fighting. Instead of gaining experience after the battle is over and Final Fantasy VII's victory fanfare blasts out the speakers of your CRT, Bleach is all about getting stronger in media duellum. The other thing this does is justify that dumbass anime trope we all love, where the battle has to be 1v1 despite the fact that there are anywhere from 2 to 200 other badass heroic combatants on deck twiddling their dicks and browsing Reddit. Because as Rukia's quick and vague flashback to a monologue reveals, check off, there are battles to protect life and there are battles to protect honor. But you can also die from the honor ones, so fuck it. Grand Fisher swings in hard, finally giving a good dose of that psychological torture whose conspicuous absence was making me nostalgic for the manga. See, his lore absorbs the dying final thoughts of whoever he kills, and he can reuse that residual self-image to just be a dick. Ichigo is stunned in that way that you would be, but when Grand Fisher goes in for the Sasori, he ends up getting the Voldemort instead. Now if you don't mind, I'm going to switch away from the piss-poor excuse of a pinprick that Ichigo deals our baddie in the anime and bring us back to the world of the manga where dude just gets fucked. In the end, in the show, he limps away. In the manga, he pulls his consciousness into the lore of Mama Kurosaki, which is also his second body, which is also separate from the first, but he can jump into it like whenever, and after taunting our hero while wearing his dead mom's body like a summer coat, takes to the treetops with his tiny little chicken feet. But either way, the denouement is the same, and Ichigo's cries of frustration are so touching and visceral that I'm not even going to make a joke about it. It looks probable that the stalemate is going to break our favorite frowny face, ending the story in Volume 3 with a failed hero who self-destructs into a quiet but violent staccato of self-loathing and depression. He is in high school after all, par for the fucking course, am I right? But just before the curtains drop, Ichidad steps in with some A+ timing in a scene too complex for me to do it justice without angering the copyright gods. But it fucking hurts, and now I've got manga dust in my eye. And here we are, we've made it, 9 episodes in, and our protagonist finally has a motivation: get stronger and protect those who can't protect themselves. Now I'll be totally honest with you guys, it's been quite a few years since I first reread this part, and I honestly thought the whole arc ended here, so I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen next, and I'm really unironically excited off my ass about it. Ichigo means one who protects. I was supposed to put that in the script, but I didn't, so